Hi, and welcome to our executive interview series. Today, we are thrilled to have with us Dr. Kong Yu Wong, economist and managing director of Demace. Demace is a holding company that specializes in mobile platform solutions for postnatal and personal care services for mothers and women across Southeast Asia. Dr. Wong, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Rhythm. Thanks you for having us here.
Brilliant. Now, can you start by telling us about the inspiration behind the company and the problem that you're trying to solve in the wellness industry?
Sure. I think with regards to our inspirations, I would like to explain about the brand that we carry for our business is actually CK Bidan, and CK means Cultural Kingdom. So what we are inspired to do here is to bring the best out of each culture into our platform, into our kingdom. Here, that's where the CK Culture Kingdom come from. So what's interesting is that, of course, we look at the industry. We feel that the industries are spoiled by choices. Okay, and that's the key, and that's most motivational factor for us to come in, because choice actually is the pain point of the industry. When a mom go to the market and being bombarded with all these kind of brands and different products and services that's available, they do need a place where they can actually rely on a brand that they can rely on, a company that they can rely on, and that's where our inspirations come as far as our present is concerned. So in this case, we are starting with one culture, which is called the Malay culture. We're bringing forward the Bidan culture, the traditional Malay massage, who has hundreds of years of history, in protecting and also taking care of women, especially during the postnatal and the prenatal care. So that's where we come from. Okay. So as far as our inspiration is concerned, we want to bring the best of this culture, the heritage of this that has bring a lot of goodness to the community, and we will not stop there. We will continue to bring others, such as the confinement services by the Chinese culture that were also already, in fact, in our platform. So that's our what we're trying to do as of now.
Thank you for that introduction, Dr. Wong. Now, can you tell us how does CKB Tang's mobile platform and super app differentiate itself from other wellness platforms that are available in Southeast Asia?
Thank you very much. I wouldn't want to say that we are different. I would prefer saying that we are focusing on, I would say, on the supply side, which means that we are focused. Our apps, in a way, is economic driven rather than market driven. I think that is the key differences or focus that we have put forward. So what does that mean? When you are economic driven, you focus on developing, promoting quality rather than satisfaction. For example, if you are market driven. So especially since our services that we provide are actually essential, is it in the healthcare and wellness. That's why quality is the key. So for that reasons, we have developed a platform, a mobile platform that allows the supply side, which is the economic driven, right? Which means the service providers will be able, all right, number one, all right, to have a stable income. Number two, to have increased income. Number three, so that they will be able to rely on this platform to take care of their the family economic well-being. Okay, so that's the key. So what we have done successfully over these 2 years, we are rather new but very fast and grow rapidly because we were able to bring together all the service providers, the practitioners, and giving them the care and the economic benefit that they need, which is the financial stability. All right. So that's the key in a way. So I would say the success factor of our platform and the values that we bring forward to a lot of families and mothers actually.
Amazing. Thank you for that. Can you now walk us through if you have any expansion plans or the company's growth strategy in Southeast Asia?
Um, that's a nice question, actually. We don't focus so much on the expansions, but growth, that's for sure. We plan very quickly in the next 2 years, which we position ourselves very well up to now to anchor ourselves in Malaysia, Singapore. As of now, we are already the largest single service provider in this area of Bidan and confinement services for these two countries. We covered up to about 250 locations, meaning that with a push of a button, you will be able to reach us, unlike before. All right, people couldn't find the good quality and service provider, Bidan and confinement lady, but now you have it, and you are assured of the quality. So I always believe that as far as growth is concerned, it's like a tree. All right. As much as we want to branch out, we have to make sure that our roots are strong and wide enough, all right, to support the expansion. So the key is that we are rooting ourselves, all right, in Southeast Asia, in Malaysia and Singapore, and very quickly also in Australia, because we realize that there is a big group of bidan as well as confinement lady already providing their essential care and services in Australia. So we believe that in the next 2 years, we will be able to anchor ourselves in these three geographical locations before we go out of the two another countries that I'm that particularly and very quickly can accept this service, which is Indonesia and Vietnam. So that would be our immediate market after we have successfully rooted our business and our companies in these three countries, namely Malaysia, Singapore, and Australia.
I see. Very interesting indeed. Now, can you tell us how does the company plan to monetize its platform and generate revenue?
Yeah, that's a good point again. I always believe that we don't jump the gun. Monetizing and generating revenue is a big word. No doubt that's what every business wanted, but we have to understand that there's fundamental behind it. And the fundamental is simply because the first thing we have to do is to have what I call the critical mass. As far because we are a tech company, the critical mass is important. And what we have done successfully in the last 2 years, and immediately in the next 2 years, is to really bring together all the best service providers, which is the bidan and the confinement lady, into the platform first. Okay, and before we actually thought of monetize the platform. That's the big word there. But our key is really to anchor ourselves very quickly in this market, achieving the critical mass, where we will not just then bring together the best service provider, but also the best services and products. All the vendors will come to our platform, and that's where we will together bring high value to the consumers by bringing together the best, most reliable brands and services into the platform. I think that's the key fundamentals that we must achieve before we thought of something, greater.
Absolutely makes sense. Now, can you tell us how does CKB Tang's platform promote safety and provide profiles of both therapists and clients?
Thank you very much. In fact, this is the key pain point again. That's why there's a need of such a company like us. So first of all, Bidan services, which is a traditional postnatal and prenatal care by the Malay community, together with the Chinese practices, which is the confinement services. These two are already a known service and already highly demanded in the market. But a lot of mothers, including the service provider themselves, are suffering. The service providers suffer because there's lack of social status and recognition, lack of stability in terms of the income, and low pricing, as far as this service is concerned, and therefore they don't see this as a career, and hence the quality will suffer. A lot of good service providers leaving the industry because of this. Okay, and they can't, because they cannot sustain their living. So on another hand, the pain point for the mothers is obviously they do not have a platform that where they can go to so that they can assure of quality. They're relying on their luck. Now, when we say relying on the luck, that means this acquiring this service on your own without a proper corporate or organized platform means risk, and this risk is high because we're talking about a pregnant lady. We're talking about a mother, a young baby, and a mother. So we see this pain point as serious, and that's why our presence of our CKB done, which is a platform that we can find assured quality healthcare and wellness care service here. So we are not first of all, we're not introducing anything new. We're basically corporatize and organize this so that this service, so that it's governed. Okay, and that's why our company is the first one in these regions, in these services, that achieve ISO 9000. I think that is the key success, a key milestone for our company. And because of this, okay, we are committed to have a platform whereby the mothers can feel very safely, all right, to acquire these services. And of course, the service providers love the platform, because when I say the service providers, I want to have another name for them. They are actually mothers as well, senior mothers, whereby they need to look after, the financial and the financial stability of the family. So we actually a platform that help both parties. As far as a client is concerned, is assurance of quality, but the service provider is the platform that provide them the financial stability that, to me, is the most valuable. All right, there are many single mothers actually benefited from this platform. That's one thing that I wanted to share, and we feel proud, of what we have done and helped in that sense. Yeah.
Absolutely, I understand that. Now, before we wrap up for today, can you tell us what are the long-term goals and vision for the company, and how do you plan to achieve them?
Great. I'm a very practical person. Not looking at long term, but the short term, like I said, anchoring us, having a strong routine, that is the key. But since the question is on long term, I'll share with you a word that I've just used earlier, which is helping as many mom, women as possible in having a sustainable high income for the family. I think that is the key. If I were to share with you, allow me a bit of time, is that we now see a lot of service providers, the Bidan and the family came to our platform because they told us that, now, you know what, now I can focus in this job. Now I can give tuition, and I can agree to pay tuitions for my son, because in the past I have no confirmations or no assurance that this month's income is going to be the same next month. So they can't plan for the family. So with this platform that we have created, these mobile applications that we have created, we will be able to give, assurance to the service providers. That's why I always say that we are economic driven mobile application platform rather than, a customer in that sense. So in the long term, I hope that through this platform, number one, we will be able to bring in more and more different heritage practices, okay, from different cultures into the platform, so that more mothers can actually benefit from all these different but high quality traditional or alternative medicines, healthcare services. Number two, I would love to see more, again, mothers or single women to benefit from this platform. And I hope that we will be able to reach out to more. And that's very much what we intended to do, and the values that we would like to create in the first three countries that we're focusing on. But of course, slowly go into the other countries in the region.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing these wonderful insights about the work that your company is doing. For those who are interested in getting in touch with the team at Demaze, please see the details on your screen or in the description. And thank you again, Dr. Wong, for coming on for this interview. It was a delightful conversation.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us here. Thank you very much again.
Thank you.